If you want to make money, let's figure something else out. And yeah, I hate it.
Gervonta Davis. It's like when
who do you got?
You guys need to fight guys your fucking same size.
When you see this fight, do you see like Tank just having his way with Jake? Like given like no?
No, I'm gonna tell you this is what I tell Tank. And Tank said it in the interview. Yeah. I said, Tank, y'all going there doing y'all thing, woo woo woo. And I said, he ain't giving you nothing.
Dana White didn't mince words when addressing the upcoming showdown between Jake Paul and Gervonta Davis, calling the entire event absurd. The UFC president slammed the idea that Paul could legitimately face a fighter of Davis's caliber under what he described as weird, uneven terms. White argued that the bout feels more like a scripted performance than a genuine athletic contest, insisting that the rules and conditions clearly stack the deck, turning what should be a competition into pure spectacle rather than sport.
The Jake Paul versus Tank fight is getting really weird. Gervonta looks scared for his life because the rules are out. They're crazy. Oh, so everyone thought that the fight was at 190.
It was 190.
He said it's at 195, and this weight difference is scaring the life out of little Tank.
Over 10 3-minute rounds.
I said it was 190.
The next dispute comes with the gloves. Little Tank is used to fighting in 8-ounce gloves. Baby glove. This fight will be in 12. Hands might be too small. Also, Tank just fought in a 12 3-minute round fight against Roach.
Yes, and now he's fighting in 10 3-minute rounds, which isn't too bad. Well done, Jake.
Exhibition though, can he win?
Yes, he can actually win. It will be overlooked by 3 sanctioned judges.
So he can actually still win and knock him out.
But here's the trick. It's body punches only.
And there's a reason. That's because Tank said, look, this is a bit unfair. I don't want to punch up. I want to punch at my head height. Where does it fall?
At Jake Paul's belly.
Oof.
So apparently we've heard there's no knockdown rules, but aside from that, it's a pretty well-rounded fight. Oh yeah, and there's some drug testing involved.
But Jake Paul for the win.
Here are the official rules confirmed for the Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis bout. The fight will be classified as an exhibition match, meaning neither boxer's professional record will be impacted by the outcome. The contest is scheduled for 10 rounds of 3 minutes each, with both fighters required to weigh in at a maximum of 195 pounds. Each competitor will wear 12-ounce gloves, heavier than standard competition gloves, to enhance safety given the size difference. Despite its exhibition status, the match will feature 3 sanctioned judges who will score the bout, and if it goes the distance, an official winner will be announced.
And yes, ladies and gentlemen, there will be a victor, because the fighters have agreed and the commission has approved a maximum weight of 195 pounds for this exhibition.
It was 190. It was 190.
The fight will be contested over 10 3-minute rounds.
I said it was 190.
The fight is 195 pounds, Tank, as you know. The fight will be contested over 10 3-minute rounds, and when Tank and Jake enter the squared circle to go to battle, they will be wearing 12-ounce gloves. Sitting ringside will be 3 commission-approved world-class professional judges that will score every round to ensure there's a decisive outcome for the fight if it goes the distance. And both men are enrolled in the highest level of testing with USADA. So Tank, Jake, thank you for doing this. Thank you for giving boxing another massive moment, headlined by yourselves, featuring multiple world title fights.
Boxing insiders are voicing serious concern over the glove setup for the upcoming Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis fight. Since Davis is moving far beyond his natural weight class to face a much heavier opponent, his trainer Calvin Ford has highlighted the glove size as a major issue. He revealed that both fighters are scheduled to wear 12-ounce gloves, which are significantly heavier than the 8-ounce gloves Davis typically uses in his lightweight contests. Ford warned that this adjustment could dull Davis's trademark speed and punching precision, giving Paul, with his larger frame and natural power, a potential edge in the ring.
Actually, when I heard about the fight, they called me and said, what you thought about the fight? I said, the fight doable. You know what I'm saying? Because I watched Tanky for years, and I watched other young men in gyms, you know, deal with big guys. You know what I'm saying? Yes, he's big. To me, it's like Jake having his first open fights. If anybody know about the amateurs going open, then you go pro. So, you know, he's a very fighter guy that does have skills. You know what I'm saying? My only concern is, you know, the gloves. You understand what I'm saying? Because we don't fight in 12-ounce gloves. We don't use 12-ounce gloves. That's training gloves. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's 2 pounds away from Jake. He fights in 10s. Tank fighting 8s. So he losing 4 ounces. So my thing is, I said, they said, put Tank in 8s, put him in 10s. That makes the fight more interesting. You know what I'm saying? And we'll go from there because I understand. And I brought that question up to one of his handlers. They was, no, we don't want to do no mixed match. It's supposed to be an expedition.
Why does it matter?
What, you know, now y'all want the wins and the loss. You know what I'm saying? All these prescriptions, but you want to be great. Being great is really pushing the envelope. You know what I'm saying? You know, Tank don't really care, you know. So when I brought this up, he said, dang, facts. You know what I'm saying? So, again, you know, he can weigh the 10s and we weigh the 8s. Then we got to fight, you know.
The weight, how's that going to work out? Like,
well, they got him at 190, 195. I thought it was going to be 190. So they gave him 5. So again, they keep giving, you know. I ain't worrying about the weight. You know what I'm saying? We got to deal with it. We taking the fight. We signed the contract. We're going to make it do what it do. You know.
How much do you think he's gonna weigh like the night of the fight? Like, yeah, and both. Like, is there anything in place where like Jake can't weigh more than like?
Based on how he handling himself through camp. Camp is the most important thing because if you have a good camp, you're gonna have a great fight. So my thing is just making sure the camp is good. We doing all the necessary things, dealing with the weight, the gloves and all that stuff, you know.
Ford has proposed that Gervonta Davis be allowed to wear his usual 8-ounce gloves, while Jake Paul, fighting at a much heavier weight, should use 10-ounce gloves instead. He argues that this adjustment would create a more balanced and fair matchup, helping to offset the physical size gap between the two fighters. Jake, I see y'all doing all this betting, Ford remarked, suggesting that while Team Paul is confident, fairness in equipment should still be prioritized to keep the fight competitive and safe.
Jake, I see y'all doing all this betting and stuff, right? And I'm looking at the fight because I'm his coach. This is a very serious fight, and I'm a very serious person. My question to you is, where did 12-ounce gloves come from? Why y'all couldn't take 10 and he had 8? Already he giving up 4 ounces of the gloves. I gotta say this because y'all betting all this money. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, wait. You guys were the ones that wanted 12-ounce gloves, not me. I'll do 8. Fuck, I'll do 4. I'll do 2 ounces. I'll do bare knuckle. Like,
I wasn't aware of that. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that he can handle himself.
So what do you want? 10 ounce? 8 ounce? What do we want?
If he the one said that, I'm going to go with that. I wasn't aware of that.
No, the 12 ounce came from your guys' side.
No, it's not.
On God. Perfect. Then what do you want? 10?
No, I didn't say that.
So 10 ounces?
It don't matter to me. It don't
Perfect.
matter.
It doesn't matter to him. So back to what I always wanted, which was 10 ounces. Great.
Well, you just made something clear to me. You just made something clear to me because I didn't know. Because you fight at 10s, he fighting 8s.
Yeah, your guys' side.
So I'm like 12 ounces. He's
show the emails and the screenshots. You guys asked for 12 ounces.
It's part of negotiation. I get it now.
No, let's do it. 10 ounces, 8. Let's do it. That's great. That's going to make it more exciting for the fans. Thank God. I wanted 10s really badly.
Dana White didn't hold back when addressing Jake Paul's matchmaking tactics. He openly criticized Paul for consistently choosing opponents who are either smaller or outside his competitive bracket, bluntly saying Paul should fight someone his own size. White argued that when Paul finally faced a fighter closer to his own weight and skill level, he couldn't deliver, proving that these one-sided matchups do more harm than good to the sport's credibility. Speaking specifically about the upcoming Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis fight, White labeled it highly unbalanced. He acknowledged Davis's elite punching power and skill, but stressed that his much smaller frame would make it nearly impossible to land a knockout against someone of Paul's size. White explained that Paul's weight, reach, and overall physicality would likely neutralize Davis's explosiveness, leaving the lightweight star struggling to get close enough to fight his usual aggressive style.
Gervonta Davis. It's like when you
Who do you got?
You guys need to fight guys your fucking same size. You know what I mean?
Straight up ignored.
When you fought Floyd, you are massive. You're a massive fucking dude. Floyd's tiny. And I'm sure when you were training, you're like, all right, I'm going to hit this guy with a couple punches and grab him, tie him up. And he did hit you with a fucking bomb of an overhand right one time. And you fucking ate it. You ate that punch.
Logan's like proud of it. He's like, yeah, I did. Hell yeah, I ate that punch from a 140 pounder. You're damn right, dude. Now, granted, it's Floyd Mayweather, but you're still 200 pounds, dog. You know what I mean? This is why, and I agree with Dana on this is why the Gervonta fight makes no sense to me. Because even, yes, Floyd didn't have the punching power Gervonta had, but even if Gervonta lands, I don't see him hurting Jake to the point he knocks him out. So what are we even doing? Where's the idea of this gonna, where's the idea that Gervonta's even gonna hurt him? He may hurt him to the body, whatever. Jake doesn't want to throw as much, but I don't see him one punch knocking Jake out. And, the same thing was kind of said with Logan. Like, okay, Floyd probably won't knock him out, but probably going to outbox him. I get where Dana's coming from. These things are not meant to be competitive fights. They're meant to make money and to, I guess, scratch that itch of the circus mystery unknown.
And Gervonta, I think, hits way harder than fucking Floyd, but he's too small. I mean, your brother's going to be able to, get inside on him, put his weight on him, tie him up. But I don't hate your brother. Your brother's out there doing his thing. But it cracks me up that they want to start suing people that are talking shit when your brother talks more shit than anybody talks.
I think the thought process behind it is, okay, so Jake and I are obviously pretty polarizing individuals, and when an echo chamber starts and a rumor mill starts of staged fight bullshit, which these fights aren't staged, that's just, it's at that level, it's almost impossible. I think they think that it affects the business and it affects the brand because people discredit him as actually having legitimate bouts.
According to recent reports, Gervonta Davis has been steadily adding muscle during his training camp, now reportedly walking around at roughly 160 pounds, a significant jump from his usual lightweight limit of 135. The move brings him closer to the 195-pound catchweight set for his exhibition bout against Jake Paul, potentially reducing one of Paul's biggest advantages: size. Analysts suggest that the extra weight could enhance Davis's durability and punching power, allowing him to better withstand heavier shots while delivering stronger counters. This transformation might make Davis a far more dangerous and unpredictable opponent than many anticipate. Though still well below the official catchweight, the weight gain underscores Davis's determination to adapt. It's a clear sign that he's taking this challenge seriously, ready to unveil a bigger, stronger version of himself in the ring.
Yeah. Gervonta Tank Davis, is my prediction that Gervonta Tank Davis is going to weigh in on the night of the fight against Jake Paul, knocking on 160 pounds. Don't be surprised if he's 157 pounds, something like that. You guys see this footage? Look at Tank. Now, if you know what you're looking at, the guy must be around 150 right now, 153, something like that. And you can really tell when he's sideways. When you look at him sideways and see the depth. See, from the front view, you can't really tell. But when he turns sideways, the guy is a wrecking ball. He's literally a baby rhino out there. And I think that is the idea for him to bulk up and be a little powerhouse out there. And I'm all for it. I'm going to tell you in this video why I think that's the best thing for Tank and why I think he will be knocking on 160 pounds.
Most boxing experts believe that when Jake Paul steps into the ring with Gervonta Davis, he's in for a harsh reality check. They argue that Davis's strength goes far beyond raw power. He's a refined technician, having spent years perfecting his craft against elite competition. His mastery of timing, distance control, and ring IQ sets him apart from almost anyone Jake has faced. While Paul has made undeniable progress as a boxer, analysts emphasize that his defense remains basic, his reactions often telegraphed, and his tactical awareness untested at this level. Davis, on the other hand, thrives on exploiting even the smallest mistakes. Many professionals believe the gap between them isn't just significant, it's potentially decisive. One precise counter from Davis could shift the entire fight in an instant, reminding everyone that experience and skill still reign supreme in the ring.
Tank Davis look crazy, bro. Chilaquiles. Gervonta Tank Davis hitting a heavy bag in preparation for his Jake Paul fight November 14th down there in Florida. Man looks absolutely amazing. Man looks like a monster. Man looks like precision. Jake Paul cannot take those body shots. You mean to tell me somebody who done fought UFC fighters and a man with Parkinson's disease can take a body punch from Gervonta Tank Davis, and y'all basing y'all logic just because Jake Paul is big? No, Tank's gonna go ahead and put this man to sleep. I'm telling y'all that right now. If Tank don't put this man to sleep, he done let the black community down, he done let boxing down, and he ain't never been that nice. You Tank fans, y'all trying to give him a pass. If y'all said Tank is as skilled as y'all say he is, if he does not put Jake Paul to sleep and stop Jake Paul, his boxing career is absolutely voided. He already don't care about legacy, and just imagine he don't knock out Jake Paul, and now y'all gonna say it's not a real fight, it's an exhibition. No, we not giving no passes, bro. This Gervonta Tank Davis, he needs to put Jake Paul to sleep. I don't want to hear nothing about, oh, Jake Paul too big. No, Jake Paul chin ain't never been tested by somebody that hit as hard as Gervonta Tank Davis. Tank should put this man to sleep with ease. I'll say that respectfully. If you don't put him to sleep,
A 2-pack of ass. That shit stinks.
that's a 2-pack of ass at the highest level, and it's a
Musty energy
at the highest level. Get it together. Get it together. Tank looks amazing. That's the Chilaquiles.